Salute, salute. Welcome to Skywalker Boxing Media. Team Mo Boxing, no problem. We got Poppy Chun Yayo in the house.
You know, it's your boy, Poppy Chun Yayo. Heavy on the Poppy, light on the Yayo. Let's go.
We got a special guest, man. We got undefeated 12-0 featherweight coming out of Oakland, California. Anthony Garnica. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you guys for having me, bro.
Yeah, thank you, brother. You got a big fight coming up. That's why we got you on. April 19th, he's going to be in action. I believe you're fighting for a title as well.
Yes, sir.
Nice. And what got you into boxing, brother?
Since I remember my pops, he always had the love for the sport, you know. He never had the opportunity to do it. So I feel like he put me in there to like, you know, like live his dream, you know. I was 7 when I first started. I had my first fight when I was 8. And since then I just kept my foot on the gas.
Wow, that's incredible, man. 7 and then 8, yo, you didn't waste any time. Man,
Yeah.
So it looks like you're going to be fighting for the NBA Intercontinental title, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, so like how does that compare to your achievements from your amateur career?
You know, this is a big step. You know, this is what we've been working for these titles and all the preparation, all of my discipline, and you know, everything I got going on just is aligning, you know. So I just gotta keep my foot on the gas, and these are new obstacles, you know, new goals.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your amateur experience, brother?
Yep. I had over 100 fights. I competed in some national tournaments. I won silver gloves. That was my first national tournament I won. 2018, I was an alternate for the USA youth team. So I've been around the block a little bit. I fought some top names. I didn't get them fights to go my way, but you know, I held my own, and it was a good experience, you know, in the amateurs. Now we're in the pros and trying to make the best of it, and trying to make a name for myself.
Just for the audience, let everybody know we're talking about some of those big names, man. We got Keyshawn Davis and Raymond Ford on that list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got world champions on that list. Do you remember those fights? Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with those champions?
Yeah, there was good fights, you know. Like I tell everybody, they were the better fighter that night. I take nothing from them, but you know, I always hold my own. It was never like a one-sided fight. You know, I was in there, I was doing my thing, trying to win the fight, but sometimes it doesn't go your way.
Man, well, you know what? We could tell by the way you made your entrance into the sport. You know, first round KO. I mean, I would imagine, you know, going up against those guys in your amateur career is what gave you the confidence to go in there and do what you did in your first fight. I mean, would I be wrong in assuming that?
Nah, you know, being those fighters that they are now, you know, they were destined to have those paths. You know, they had a good amateur background, and they were just fighting some of the best names, and you know, that's what I'm trying to do now. Like, I'm trying to make my own path and get to that belt.
That's dope, man. Just to piggyback off of that, man, I see you got a shout out from Roy Jones, man. That's big, bro. I mean, what does that do for you? What does that do for your confidence level?
You know, it's just that day I seen that video, I was like, man, like I want to get back in the gym right then and there. You know, he's just one of the greatest fighters to do it, bro, and it just lit up a fire under my, you know, and I just want to get it going, bro. So it's just a big blessing to have somebody like that give me a shout out, and you know, take time and you know, really look at my fights.
Yeah. You made your pro debut in 2018 in Los Angeles. How was the nerves, man, going into your first professional fight, man?
You know, it was a little nerve-wracking, but we trained for it. You know, I was prepared, so all the training and everything was coming together, you know. So once I stepped foot in that ring, all that was out the window, and it's just time to execute.
Yeah.
So look, your next fight is with a guy named Aston Palisade. If I got that correctly, don't kill me if I didn't, y'all. But What do you know about him?
I know he's been around the block. He has a lot of experience. He's fought top names. He's fought for a world title a couple times. Sorry, and this is the toughest fight of my career. You know, we're treating it like if it's like a world title fight. You know,
Yeah.
we're going in there. We're not taking nothing from him, and we're just trying to go out there and get the win.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. You know, Skywalker and I, we were discussing that prior to the fight. We was checking out Aston's record, and man, he looks like he's there. He means business.
Got a lot of experience. I mean, he's got a few losses, but the guy, those are always dangerous, especially those fighters from the Philippines, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Never count them out. We had one that fought on Danny Garcia's Swift Promotions card in Philly. His name is Gino Rodriguez. He upset their top guy, the main event for the Philly card. He had a few losses. He had dropped he had a good fight against Elvis Rodriguez. But he's like, you know, there's a lot of those dangerous Filipinos. We know quite a few of them, man. That you know, might have a couple losses, but those losses because they got robbed. You know, they're dangerous.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. They just going out there to get the win. Also,
yeah.
Nothing to lose and everything to gain. The hunger is different when you come from certain places. But you know, we're not here to compare, you know, people's ghettos versus people's ghettos, but they're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's still a little different here, though. You know,
yeah, for sure.
A little different here. So speaking of it being different here, man. So I mean, you from Oakland or San Francisco? You know, which one? We just to get off subject for a second. Which one of those teams do you rock with? Was you a Raiders fan or was you a Niners fan? What was it?
It's crazy because I was born in San Francisco. I was raised in Oakland, so I got love for both. You know, I'm a big Bay Area fanatic. Raiders, Niners, A's, Giants. You know, I'm all Bay Area, so I'm just trying to uplift both. You know, I'm in the middle, so it's kind of hard. You got people now. You got to rock with Oakland, the town. You from Frisco now. You got to rock with Frisco, but I'm in the middle, so you know I'm trying to bring both up.
Hey, let me say something on your behalf real quick. Hey, look, man, all y'all gang banging cousins out there, man, y'all knock it off, man. This is sports, fam. You know what I'm saying? Boxers are out here doing what some of y'all should be doing. I mean, some of y'all can keep doing the pew-pew thing, keep doing that. But when it comes to sports and boxing, America has to get behind its athletes and stop letting people from other countries come in and stamp their flag down here. So all y'all get together, San Francisco and the Bay Area, you know, the whole Bay Area. Y'all get together and support this dude, man. That's what we hear. Yeah, y'all get together and do it for him. So look, man. So you already getting a fight at the crib, bro. I mean, how is do you feel any extra nerves or pressure? And if you do, you know, how might you be dealing with it?
You know, not as much because it all goes back to the training. You know, like what I'm doing, what I'm doing for this fight. You know, and so far it's been all gas. You know, from the food to the training to the sleep to the recovery, and I just feel like this is gonna be one of my best performances yet.
I was gonna ask you, brother. This card's being presented by Showtime Boxing. You were previously signed with Golden Boy, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And how's this new promotion treating you? Can you tell us a little bit about Showtime?
So far so good, man. This is my second fight with them. They're trying to keep me busy and trying to get me to that world title. You know, we both got the same plan, and I just got to stay ready, locked in and ready. And whenever they have fights, just call my name and I'm there.
Man, that sounds like you with the action, bro. So how many of those are you trying to get in for this year?
As many as I can, bro. I want to say like 6 fights this year. Just try to stay busy.
Nice. Woo. Is your fight going to be streamed? I got shout out to Jose Diaz, shout out to 86 Boxing, shout out to everybody tuning in. You can follow Anthony Garnica at Anthony Garnica. It's an underscore right there. It's scrolling on the bottom. And where can they find your fight at? They want to watch your fight, man.
This next fight is going to be streamed on WBCboxing.com.
You heard that, WBCboxing.com. Very easy to remember. If you guys want to catch the live stream, it's going down out there on the 19th. What time is it going to start at? Do you know?
Fights just start around 5, 6. I should be going on like at 10, a little later.
Okay. Nice. And I was gonna ask you, do you have any dream venue you'd like to headline one day?
Man, the Oakland Coliseum and all the big arenas out here in the Bay. I'm doing this not just for me. I'm doing this for my family and everybody out here. Everybody that had a dream and you know just trying to uplift the Bay, trying to bring boxing back to the Bay.
Man, so hey, I'm okay with people who are dreamers because you know what I'm saying. A lot of times, you call it prophecy or whatever, but a lot of times people dream things up and be like, you know what, I want to try that, man.
Yep.
But speaking of dreaming, like who would you say is your favorite fighter? Like, is there anybody you model your style after?
I like a couple fighters. I really look up to Mayweather. I like what he did in the ring, his defensive, and especially my style. I'm a more defensive fighter. I'm a real technical. De La Hoya, I really like his jab. I feel like I got a good jab, a real strong jab. Lomachenko, his footwork, all that. There's a lot of great fighters I look up to.
Man, that's dope. Damn, Roy, did you hear that? I know you didn't hear this because we was talking about it backstage. Roy, man, listen, bro. We was talking about you backstage. Let me tell you, bro. He got an infinity for some of the things you did too. So y'all better be careful now.
Yeah,
y'all better be careful now.
Yeah, Roy was a beast, man.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite fighters, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he did his thing, and going up in those weight classes, doing what he did is crazy, man.
True pound for pound.
Yep.
Who's your number one fighter that's currently fighting right now?
Right now, I like Inoue. He's doing his thing. Inoue and Davis.
Tank.
Yep, Tank. He's
a dog. Matter of fact, Tank, was you at the fight when Tank closed the Staples Center out?
Nah, I don't think. Nah, not that one. I didn't go to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. See, like that's the type of stuff we're talking about. Tank opened up the venue in Atlanta where Holyfield fought last. He got to close the Staples Center. That will just be some things to be thinking about, as you shoot for your legacy and your belts and all the, obviously the payola. So like, just I hate to get off topic a little bit, but like, what are you thinking about as far as your future? Is there anything that you like to do outside of the sport? Maybe
any hobbies outside of boxing?
Right now, honestly, I'm fully locked in. I'm trying to really do something big in boxing, and this is my ticket for my family. I'm trying to give them a better life, and I just gotta be fully locked in to do what I want to do.
Understood. So I mean, have you ever thought about doing real estate and things like that? Because
of course. Yep. I do want to. One of my things too. My mom, she's a really good cook. She loves being in the kitchen, and one of my dreams for them is to open up a little restaurant for them. Get something going for them.
Okay, so Ma Dukes is your nutritionist, I assume.
Nah, Wiz, she be cooking up a storm. I can't be eating the things she be cooking. Nah, yep. But shout out to my nutritionist though, TJ. He's been keeping me on track, and this weight cut gonna be, smooth. God willing, everything's going according to plan, and just go out and execute.
Oh, hey, that's some new information right there. I hadn't even thought about digging into that with you. So, earlier in the interview, you mentioned that you have like a sort of a regimen that you're following. Are you into the scientific stuff, with recovery, like, cryotherapy and are you into all that stuff?
Yeah, so my coaches, they're really big on recovery. As much as I put in the work, I gotta recover, make sure my body's good, everything. So earlier today, I just got done doing a little cryo session for my body, trying to feel good, and tomorrow just back at it, some more recovery.
What would be your best piece of advice to someone that's going to go pro, that has dreams like you? What would be the best piece of advice?
Just lock in, champ. That's it. Just lock in, and everything else out the window if you're trying to be great. I learned that coming up in my career, I had to move stuff around and really isolate myself to do what I'm doing, and and the results show. You know, my last couple fights, I've been doing good. I've been doing my thing. So I just got to keep my foot on the gas.
Okay, man. Is there anybody actually, you know what? What about like, do you have merchandise and things like that? Do you got any landing pages that that you're selling things like
Yep.
tickets? You know what I'm saying? Or could
So
you
so right now we working on that. We gonna have merch at the fight. So right now we're working on my website, all that. So it's gonna be out pretty soon.
that's good to hear.
Yep.
When it's all said and done with boxing, man, what do you want everybody to remember you for?
Man, just a kid from Oakland with a dream, you know, and that made it happen. You know that anything is possible. Don't matter where you come from, no matter all what people telling you, the adversity. You know, just he made it happen. That's it. He made it happen.
Yeah, and you know what, bro? You need to make sure that it happens. Like recently we've been telling fighters, listen, I'm trying to see a documentary about you.
Yeah.
What made you? What gave you your drive? Were you playing other sports, things like that? You know what I'm saying? What did you have difficult times? Was it just boxing as a way of keeping discipline? Like, I want to see the documentary.
Yeah. That's one of my plans too. You know, getting my story out there. You know, ever since from a kid to my whole career. You know, my whole journey, how it's been going, and it's been a roller coaster. Tell you that it's been a wild roller coaster.
Understood. Hey, shout out to Clarissa Shields again, man. I know this is a different interview, but if y'all haven't seen the documentary, go watch that.
Yep.
It'll give you a different perspective on why a person is the way they are. You can't expect someone to, become a boxer and have an attitude of a fighter and then expect them to go out there and be like a princess in the media. That's not what they do. They fight. Fighters fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, with me saying that, that's why I say I would want to see your documentary so you can tell us your story versus somebody else telling your story for you.
Yep. Man, God willing, everything, all that's gonna come to play out, you know? Like that's one of my dreams too. Fucking be in the movies, all that.
Yeah. Do you have any special message to your fans, supporters, sponsors?
You know, just appreciate you. You know, appreciate all y'all, all the love, everybody showing me. You know, from Oakland, Frisco to LA, everywhere. You know, thank you, everybody.
Nice. April 19th, Thunder Studios. It's going down. You can live stream it on WBC.com, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, WBC.com. They're gonna have a live stream going. He's gonna be going for 13-0. He got a tough opponent, so you guys tune in, tap in.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, before we let you get up off of here, man, who you got winning the Boots versus Stanionis fight?
Yeah, we gotta ask you that.
I feel like Boots a better boxer. You know, he a technician when it comes down to those type of fights. I feel like other dude, he's more of a brawler, and I feel like Boots is gonna go out there and display all his skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I think Boots is gonna be his toughest fight. If he don't box this dude and stay on the outside, you can't be up in that bad boy taking one to give one because he's
he gonna give him one for sure.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I wonder if they gonna bring the stool out, bro, because Boots don't sit down. He might need a rest. He might need a rest around round 10 if it's still hello, But I'm
it's gonna be a great fight.
I'm riding with Boots for the record, y'all, but I might put a little wager on Stanionis just because, Just
yeah.
Well, best of luck on the 19th, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Follow Anthony Garnica. It's right here scrolling. Anthony_Garnica. And much love, man. Good luck.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man. Peace. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.